What's going on, guys? I want to take a look at this body cam footage and break it down for you guys using a new format. What I'm going to do is grade the officers on their overall performance during a critical incident using 4 categories. The purpose of this is to educate all of you that are watching, whether you're a police officer, some type of armed security, or a civilian. You should be able to learn something from this video. Now, the 4 categories we're going to be grading the officers on are their decision making and planning leading up to the incident, the second being their tactics and officer safety during the incident. Third, we're going to grade them on professionalism, which is self-explanatory. And last is the legality of what they did. Just think of it as, was everything that the officers did legal with current law and police procedures? Now, I'm going to let the video play and give you guys some background info. So make sure you keep those categories in mind so we can compare our thoughts at the end and determine whether they passed or if they failed. To give you guys some context on the video, last week a Farmington police officer made a traffic stop on a vehicle that had no current registration. The officer is going to contact the driver, who we're about to watch is going to refuse to provide identification.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good, I'm Officer Farmington Police. The reason for the stop today is there's no registration on your vehicle.
I don't need registration and I don't answer questions.
Alrighty. Davis, Fox 21, can you have a couple more heading my way? Is this back window roll down?
Why do you need to know that?
I just want to make sure that you're the only one in the vehicle. So here's the deal, man. I'm stopping you because there's no registration on your vehicle, and I'm requesting your identification. Okay? You are detained at this time, and you are not free to leave. Are you going to provide me your identification?
I don't answer questions.
You can go from there.
If you want my identification, you will be under duress, and you accept surety and trusteeship over it. Meaning you will be responsible for any debts that you are trying to incur here.
Okay, so I'm not trying to incur any debts or anything. I'm trying to investigate why your vehicle doesn't have any registration.
1692, you are trying to incur a debt and legal action for some concern.
Okay, here's what I'm telling you. Here's what I'm telling you.
Without delay or hindrance.
Okay, will you hand that to me so I can read it? You want me to look at it through this tiny crack in your window?
I'm not handing it to you.
You're not going to hand it to me?
If I hand this to you, you accept trusteeship and surety, and you are obligated.
Sure, I'll accept trustingship if you just hand me the document so I can identify who you are, because you're required by state law.
I am not.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chase Allen.
That is not me. That is a piece of plastic paper.
So you have a fraudulent passport?
No.
Wonderful.
Is a piece of paper.
That's what I'm hearing. Okay, step out of the car for me.
No.
Sir, step out of the vehicle right now.
I am not required to.
Step out of this vehicle right now.
Then we're going to have an issue where
Step out of the car right now.
Don't step out of the car. We're going to break the window and pull you out. Step out of the car.
Gun! Cease fire!
Fox 20, we got shots fired.
Sarge, step back.
Sarge, step back. Davis, Fox 20, where's the post office? We have shots fired, we have shots. Sir,
step out of the car right now.
If you don't step out of the car, we're going to break the window and pull you out. Step out of the car.
Gun!
So that situation developed pretty fast, and I had to blur some of the footage for YouTube. What you missed is the suspect had a handgun on his hip in a leather holster and attempted to draw it when the officers tried pulling him out of the vehicle. But the question now is, how do the officers' actions stack up to our grading criteria? With our first category, we have decision making and planning. Before trying to pull the suspect out of the vehicle, I'd like to see a supervisor on scene designate all the officers with a job. For example, designate 1 or 2 officers to go hands-on with the suspect and have someone be ready with a taser or whatever less lethal option this department uses. In the video, they kinda just open the door and one guy dives in. In situations like this, it's always better to slow things down and establish some type of plan. In this situation, the results would have been the same regardless because our suspect drew a gun, but it's a good habit to develop nonetheless. As far as their tactics goes, here we can see they put themselves in a pretty bad crossfire. I think at one point they were actually shooting at each other through the car, thinking it was the suspect who was shooting at them. Ideally, I would like to see everyone on one side of the vehicle and only one person designated for deadly force, and that goes back to our planning criteria. Hey, if you guys are still watching this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We're on a mission to hit 1,000 subscribers, and I'd really appreciate your help. I'm trying to post quality police content every week that people can learn from. For professionalism, I think the officers conducted themselves well and I didn't observe any issues. Now the big question, is this a justified officer-involved shooting? In my unlicensed professional opinion, I believe this will be found justified. This is based on the fact the suspect had a handgun on him in a holster and actually attempted to draw it on the officers. We know he attempted to draw it because police actually found the handgun on the floorboard near his feet after the shooting. Obviously, this suspect posed a deadly threat and the officers met the level of force the suspect posed to him, making this a justified shooting. Overall, because of how fast this incident developed, no amount of reasonable planning could have avoided the shooting that occurred, and the officers did well enough to earn a passing grade from me. I will say this department should host more tactics and firearms training from what I saw in the video to correct the crossfire issues. Remember guys, if you liked the video or you learned anything new, please hit that subscribe button and help out the channel.